When you try to buy a house, there are two numbers that will determine how much you can qualify for. Those two numbers are your credit score and your debt-to-income ratio, better known as your DTI. Your credit score determines your interest rate. The idea, at least in theory, is that the higher your credit score, the lower your risk as an investment. That is why high credit scores are rewarded with a lower interest rate. The lender is loaning you money hoping to see a return. If you don't pay, they'll lose out through the foreclosure process. Your credit score is viewed as your trustworthiness to pay your loan, since your high score, again, in theory, says you can handle your debt just fine. Your DTI, on the other hand, determines your maximum monthly payment by giving a snapshot of how much of your income is going to your minimum debt payments. The higher your DTI, the less you have available to pay your mortgage. The higher your DTI, the lower your monthly mortgage payment. The lower your DTI, the more money you have available on a monthly basis, and the higher your monthly mortgage payment can be. So let's calculate yours. I'll use my financial profile for when I bought my first house as an example. Step 1, write down your gross monthly income and round it to the nearest dollar for simplicity's sake. All lenders will allow you to use your primary source of income in this calculation, but they might not let you use other sources like part-time jobs. So for this example, I'm going to stick with just my main job. I was making $28,000 a year, or $2,333 per month gross. Step 2, write down the minimum payments for all of the credit lines you see on your credit report. Some of you might have an app or a bank account that gives you a copy of your credit report. If not, you can go to annualcreditreport.org in order to get it for free. What is the minimum you need to pay every month? Write it down and add them all up. I had student loan debt, a car payment, and credit card debt. My student loan payment was $250, my car payment was also $250, and my credit card payment was $50. In total, that was $550 going to my debt every month. The final step is to divide your monthly debt by your monthly income. This is how we get the ratio. To get my ratio, I divide my $550 debt by my $2,333 income to get 23.5%. Almost 1/4 of my income was going to debt before I could think about paying a mortgage. Once your lender has your ratio, they'll calculate your maximum monthly payment. Most lenders accept somewhere around 50% as your maximum. Some loans can absolutely go higher though. And since I was already using 23.5% on debt, I only had 26.5% left over to go to my mortgage. That was a payment of $618 per month. That was the most I could spend on a monthly basis. So my lender told me that all costs associated with my mortgage, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, HOA, had to be less than $618 per month. That's how she used my DTI to determine my maximum mortgage. If I wanted something higher, I either have to pay down my debt or increase my salary. Those were my two options. Hopefully that all made sense. If not, please let me know in the comments and I'll answer as many questions as I can. This video, paired with the breakdowns of the 4 traditional loan types, should give you a running start to decide which program to pursue. I'm Deandra McDonald with Simple Real Estate, still working towards getting 100 people to buy a home in 2025, and I'll see you in the next video.